everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. So I have been tagged by Terry from Nana's Crochet Ideas to do the crocheting hook tag. Now I have to say that I was a little taken aback because I love tags a lot, but I've never really given hooks that much. I just never really thought much about them. For years and years, I've used the same hook all the time to do everything. You know, and it wasn't just until the last couple years that I've started to kind of really look into be particular about certain hooks. But I have a lot of hooks. I have so many hooks. And probably of the one thing that I get donated to a lot are hooks, because when people donate their stashes to me, I get a lot of their hook sizes. So I have a lot of hooks, and you can never have enough hooks. One thing I do for the ministry when I be training someone, teaching someone to crochet, I would give them a skein of yarn and I would give them a crocheting hook to start them off. But anyway, let's start this tag. So number one, what is your favorite brand of hook? Well, I do not really have a favorite brand. I actually don't even know what this one is called, but I was given a hook one time that had a bamboo handle, and it was given to me by a coworker who moved away to a different state, and she loved to crochet, Lorraine. And I know, Lorraine, you watch me, so tell me what was the name of this hook. But it actually had a bamboo hook. So like I said, I've never gave hooks much thought before. And it wasn't until she gave me this hook and I started crocheting with the bamboo hook that I noticed how nice it felt on my hand. Like I didn't feel any aches or anything. Like it was really nice. So what happened to my bamboo hook? Well, I left it. I believe it was at my son's house like a few years back when I was visiting him, and it just kind of like disappeared. Couldn't find it anymore. Who knows? But I've always wanted to, go out and get more bamboo hooks. But it's just like one of those things you always say, oh, I should go get some bamboo hooks. But then you feel, but I have like how many tins full of hooks? But you never have enough hooks, right? So anyway, I might just be tempted. I've been thinking a lot about these bamboo hooks since this tag, and I might just go out and get them because I really do like the bamboo hooks. So number two, what is your favorite hook size? So I find myself alternating between three sizes right now that I use all the time. One is your eye hook. I use that a lot. I feel very comfortable with it. And I also use a smaller one. Let me see, what is it? Is it like yeah, a G or an H? I tend to use that also. And I use a jumbo yarn hook. I use a jumbo hook. I am very particular about my jumbo hooks for my planning. Number three, do you prefer the tapered or the inline hook? I really do not have a preference. I know that everyone's been answering that they have a preference, but for me, it really makes no difference if it's tapered or inline. It really does not matter to me at all. I am more concerned about the not really the angle of the hook itself or anything. I'm more concerned about the handle and the width and all of that. That's what I go for. For instance, I do not like, this is a Susan Bates hook. I don't like hooks that are short up here. Like, look at this, is a nice, it doesn't have a lot of length. It has more handle than it has length. I don't really like that because when I do like bobbles, or if I do the treble crochet, I'm a loose crocheter, so I need a lot of room to put my yarn on, and I feel like it blocks me from it. I know it sounds crazy, so I'm not really a big fan of these, but like I said, I have a lot of hooks and I will crochet with whatever. But if I had to choose a preference, I don't really care for these because I feel like there's not much length in them. So that's what I look for. I don't really look if it's, you know. Number 4, how do you grip the hook? Pencil or a knife? Oh, well, I use the knife. But I've noticed people crochet all different ways. I've had a lady in our ministry who would literally lay her work on her chest and crochet this way. So I think it's whatever you're comfortable with, but I hold it firmly. So number 6, oh no, number 5, does the style hook dictate how you crochet? Um, I don't know if the style does, but again, I am particular about the length of it. Do I have enough room to really glide in and out? And I crochet very fast and loosely. And I also noticed that maybe not the style so much as the size of the hook determines how I crochet. The smaller the hook, the because I crochet fast, you can't really crochet fast with a real small hook. Like for instance, I have a very small hook right here for, which one, what size is this? This is a 3 or D. It's very small. When you're crocheting with a smaller hook, you can't go as fast. You kind of tend to go slower because it will snag. It will fall off. So I find the only thing that dictates is really the size. The larger size, like an I, for instance, is my one that I don't even think about it. It just glides in and out very comfortably. Let's see, 6, do you prefer an ergonomic or a regular hook? So again, I go back to my bamboo hook, my bamboo handle. I never really understood that till you try it. When I crocheted with just a regular, you know, look at your steel hooks, like everybody else, it didn't bother me. I didn't notice that my hand would hurt. Does that make sense? Until I changed to the bamboo handle, and then I saw the difference of how much easier how easier my hand handled it. You know, how it didn't affect it. So yes, I believe that the ergonomic hooks are much better for you, and once you've tried them, you will see the difference. So yes, and I think that's why maybe a lot of people prefer the certain handles more than they do the actual length or style of the hook itself, because of the way they can grip it. Oh yeah, 7, thoughts on light up hooks. I have not ever, that's probably the one thing I've never tried, and there's another thing I never tried, is the interchangeable ones. I don't know if that even matters to me, if they light up or not. I don't know. I don't really get that. I guess it's supposed to be easier, probably when you're working with dark yarn. I'm not sure what that is about. I don't know. I have no experience with that. I shouldn't even talk about it. And number 8, have you ever used hooks with interchangeable heads? I have not. This is the other thing I've never had. I've always wondered if they tend to snap out, because you're snapping in the hooks. You have one handle and you're snapping in the hooks itself, the different sizes. So do they stay, are they nice and firmly in there, or do they have a tendency to snap out of it? I find that a lot of times with my looms, it's like that the pegs in my looms tend to pop up, which makes me wonder if that same thing happens to the interchangeable ones. I'm not sure. I'm just asking a question if anybody has used those. Number 9, do you like projects that require small stainless steel hooks or bigger hooks? Does not matter to me. I have noticed that, and I have learned with myself, because I crochet loosely, that whatever project size hook it requires, I go down a size, because I tend to crochet loose and I crochet fast, which kind of makes it even looser, if that makes sense. And I've noticed that a lot of projects that when I follow tutorials, which I love tutorials, um, my projects come out smaller or bigger. If it makes any sense what I just said. And I think that's because of my way of crocheting. And I think it has to do with my hook. So I always have to kind of play around and see. As soon as I start a project, I start crocheting and I go, okay, I need to go smaller because it's not really coming out like hers is, like the tutorial. So that's the only thing that I have to look out for. Let's see. Number 10. If you were only allowed to use 2 hooks for the rest of your life, what size and brand would they be? Well, I am going to tell you, I've said this before, that I am very particular about my large hooks. I do a lot of plarning and I need large size hooks, and I actually have bought all large size hooks, and I have a whole selection of them. But I will tell you that because of the fact that I'm working with plastic bags, the texture on some of the plastic bags they don't glide as well. So you need a hook that does not snag. I need a hook that glides well. So I've gotten quite a few of these ones that are like plastic. They've been donated to me. I feel like these are really old. Like I don't really see these around. I don't even see a name on them because it's like they're so old. But I'm sure someone once left in my comments that I can get them on Amazon, I think they said. But I like these a lot for my crochet, for my plarn. When I use the plarn, because they have no problems with the different textures of plastic bags, and they glide quite easy. I find that with these or larger ones, I bought some really like rubber ones that were the larger hook for the chunky yarn and all. I found that with my plarning, they tend to stick on it. So I am very particular about that, which is another reason why I've been thinking of purchasing maybe some bamboo hooks for my plarn, because I kind of imagine that would slide very easily. So that is one thing that I'm very particular, and I'm always looking for hooks when I am in the store for the chunky yarns, the large ones for the chunky yarns, yeah. And I do like my size I. I use that quite a bit, and my G and my H. I use those are my basic ones that I tend to use quite a bit. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for involving me in this tag. I really love tags. This was one that I really had to think about because, like I said, I really never gave it much thought with my hooks. I know that some people really, it's a huge thing for them. But yeah, this was quite interesting, and it really made me think about what exactly am I doing. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.